Better shake your booties for black girl nerds.
How's it going, man?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Excellent. So it's no secret, I totally love this movie. I think your performance is an extremely important part of that. Although one of the things I noticed watching it, and the same I would say for Stanfield's performance, is that a lot of the movie is told in just glances. Is told in just intense looks. So I was wondering, as an actor, what do you pursue, or how do you find that energy in order to communicate meaningful moments without words?
It's the most difficult thing, but it's the most beautiful thing. Because when you can do it and when you can convey that, I mean, anytime that I'm watching actors and it's there's not a lot of dialogue, and whatever they're able to show or express, it resonates. I think that's the beauty of acting, and it's a difficult thing to do. And you know, for this process, especially trying to get into the mindset of someone that's gone through what they went through for 20-something years is almost impossible to do in the 2 months that we had to prepare. For Keith, going through what Colin went through in the prison system, and for me, going through what Carl went through, just getting doors slammed in his face the whole time. But I think the research and being able to talk to family members and you know, being able to talk to Carl himself, I think really helped. And I tend to be a pretty empathetic person, so you know, I think I was able to take on some of his journey, so I think that helped.
I mean, it was evocative. Like it showed that there was something real, even through the big old school glasses.
Oh, the beautiful glasses. It was the best.
No, it was really great. So you did get to communicate with them. I thought it was interesting. I saw an article that I think was very recently posted at LA Times that actually described this as the Carl King story.
Oh, wow.
Which I thought was interesting. Wow. I mean, as a character, like, you emerge in the last third. It's like it kind of becomes your movie, you know, sure, as Colin sort of, you know, resolves himself to his fate.
Yeah, there was the This American Life piece on NPR, the one that started this whole thing. It was interesting because when I heard it the first time, you know, my whole thought was, this is Colin's story. And then I heard that piece, and their angle was from Carl's angle. I don't know if you've heard it, but it's also from Carl's sort of standpoint, because, you know, maybe it's easier to relate to what Carl was going through as opposed to what Colin was. So few people go through what Colin was going through. So I think just being able to convey what's happening on the outside when someone's fighting for justice, I think that might have been a easier end. So maybe that's why folks are connecting with it.
Right, like it's more storied or something.
Yeah.
No, that's interesting. And I guess the last thing, and I almost feel like this is like the obvious question everyone's asking every day, all the time, is what's your present feeling or perspective on the social events that are occurring, you know, outside of this moment, outside of this room?
Yeah, it's difficult, you know. And we're in a difficult time, and you know, people always say with this film, oh, it's so timely. You know, but it would have been timely 5 years ago, and it would have been timely 15 years ago, and it'll probably be timely 10 years from now. But hopefully progress has happened at that point, and hopefully we continue to get better as a country. I mean, now we're able to see things because you have phones and whatnot, but it doesn't mean it wasn't happening in the past, you know. So it's difficult what's going on, and you know, I just hope that films like this and books that we've read during our research, all of that stuff helps to further this conversation of needing to right these wrongs, you know, and hopefully it leads to action.
Anything coming up from your production company that we should keep our eyes on?
Yeah, there's a film on Harriet Tubman that's that we're working on right now, and couple of other things.
All right, excellent.
Should be good.
Thanks so much.
Thank you very much, man.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerds. Better shake your booties for black girl nerds.